Coach, California, that's where we are for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at its 4. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Cut, 315. 50. 50 to Mike. 50 to Mike. Let's make these babies. Gotta go, in and out. Let's go. Let's make these babies cry. Right now. Hey, Mike's 50, Mike. 12, 12. 12. Shit.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The end result, 21 yards.
Cut, 215.
Throwing is Wilson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. Gotta hope that's not a sign of things to come as they face an early second and long.
I see 47, 47. Watch tight end, watch tight end. Tight right, tight right.
Here's Wilson. It's caught. Lockett. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
11 yards there and a first down for Seattle. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Here's the first carry for Bo Scarborough. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Wilson of the Seahawks looking for something big following the sack. It's 3rd and long here. Here's Wilson to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He released that awkwardly. It almost looked like a pitcher who gripped his fastball a little too hard and let it go late, and it bounced in front of the plate.
Yeah, one of those fastballs that ends up at 57 feet, not 60 feet, 6 inches. Just a little short with the arm, which is unusual because we saw him in warm-ups. He's got a big, strong arm when he delivers it with confidence.
That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
5, 54. I'm trying to collect. Hey, watch it.
Goff on third down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Gerald Everett, his second touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Zerline good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Push him back. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Slam.
To throw is Wilson. They'll run the screen with Carson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Go, guys, 4 down. 14, got it.
On third down, Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
19.
Now a play fake here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132.5. They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Run left. 6 guys. Check 6 guys.
And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third.
Let's go double count right here. Double count.
From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And that's caught inside the 30. Down the numbers. There he goes. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Keelan Cole, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. These two teams all tied after 1.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 55. Hey, 5.
On 2nd and 9. Goff. Escaping the pressure right. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
SOS.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. Touchdown, LA. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season, and the Rams have taken the lead. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. A good game there on 1st down. That run will get them 7 up to the 32-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Now a man who played collegiately here in the Golden State, Rashad Penny. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Kill, turn up. Got it. Got it. 58, right there. They can't hang with us.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
First down, Seahawks.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Give me that ball, defense. Listen. Give me that ball, defense. Alert. 58 to Mike, 58 to Mike.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Back to throw, Goff. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Run left. Check it out, read. Sponge. Go 14.
Now it's Carson. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Got what he needed for the 1st down with a gain of 2. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense. We ended up getting an interception as we passed the offense coming out. He told him, if you don't take...
Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Bang, 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 bang. Check 26, check 26. Watch the ship, watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship, watch the ship. Hatchet. 2 for 1. Check 9, check 9. Kill.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. And Woods has it complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Robert Woods, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his RAC, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Samson Abukum. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets them back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Third and long, it's Wilson. That's complete to Disley, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A 3rd down gain of 19. Wilson now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Now Scarborough. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 1st down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Wilson operating from the gun. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Here's Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Taylor Rapp with a pick. And a great return as he's up close to the 40-yard line. Keelan Cole, the intended target.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get into field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say this is how...
Nowhere to go here. He lost lost the football, and the Seahawks have picked it up. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started. This is taken at the 3. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Ric Flair. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check 56. Watch the run. Watch the run.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. Trying to find Cup, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Here's Carson. And he gets it down to the 32. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. On 2nd down and 4. Wilson. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Aaron Donald. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. On 3rd down, it's Carson. And a good tackle there right around the 30. Stops him short of the 1st down. 9 yards on the carry, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
That was a good run, probably right on the edge of breaking into something really big. So the defensive guys right now are talking about, okay, what can we do to slow him down before he truly gets started.
So he missed that field goal earlier, but he says not this time. Able to knock it through, give his guys 3.
I like his poise. I like his confidence, his belief in himself. Sometimes when you miss that first one, you see a lot of guys sag and they can't make the next one. Not in this case. Stepped right up like a pro.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The LA offense ready to go for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Just
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Don't get nervous. 54.
Now gone. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
At the 37-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Throwing on 3rd. Gone. He's going to float this one deep right side. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 41 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Ric Flair.
Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Break. Like 20. 54 Mike. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. Rush in. Rush in. Rush in. 11.
Looking to throw on second down. Goff. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there and a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Goff now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Then he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Goff. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Bobby Wagner, the former 2nd-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack. Back now in Los Angeles. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the 4th quarter. And Zerline's kick is good. And that'll make this a 7-point game. But from a defensive perspective, though, I think maybe they're saying, hey, we did what we needed to do, kept this a 1-score game.
Yeah, without a doubt, because they were able to bleed some time off the clock, right? Put themselves in a good position, but it's not out of reach yet, okay? Being able to hold them to a field goal means that they do have a chance to come back and win this game.
And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Good job right there. Good job right there. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist,
From the 31, Wilson over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
check, check. Fresno.
This is Carson. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50. Let's go.
From the gun, Wilson. That's complete into the hands of Carson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Past the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
And that was a nice, strong run by the guy they call the field general.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Alert 3. Whip. Pull up a thing. Took right.
This time Wilson will throw. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Off the edge, it's Tyrone Crawford with a sack.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. After the sack on 1st down, Wilson got an open man, Keelan Cole. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. He can run for, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Russell Wilson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with an extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we are tied here in the 4th quarter. Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The L.A. offense ready to go for their next drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Gall. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 23 yards the pickup there.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
180. Max 56. Man, I got you. Hold on. Check. Hey, lift. 56. Lift. 56. Lift. Let's go, Happy.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Goff getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And they're facing a big 3rd down now in this tie ball game. Now it's gone. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They run it with Carson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
36 power.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
They run again with Carson. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, that sets up a big 3rd down. Now the decision has to be, do you run it here and play for OT? Or do you go ahead and press it downfield?
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down. On the run, it's Ware. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the 1st. Now the offense going to use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Throwing now is Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down. Back-to-back big plays defensively. First the sack. Now they force the incompletion on third and long. Things looking pretty good for him.
And this is where they have to be careful because they've got the momentum going their way. They will be really amped up to get to the quarterback. Look out. Draw, screen, something that can be used against them.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Watch out. 25, check 25, check 25.
36 power.
Watch the 20.
Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go in the game. Wilson now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on first down.
58, come on. Go.
Now Wilson. The throw taken in by Cole. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Two chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. And able to spike it with time remaining. And they'll have a shot at a long field goal now that could win this game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. He's made one and he's missed one thus far. This for the win. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And with that, they will move out in front by 3. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Seahawks, their playoff chances take an uptick as they move to 7-4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, it's a loss that could hurt them come playoff seeding time as they drop to 8-3. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.